Today is Tuesday, April 28th. Welcome to this edition of Nevada County Now. Nevada County Public Health has confirmed 2 new cases of COVID-19, bringing our total to 39 laboratory confirmed cases, 27 in eastern Nevada County and 12 in western Nevada County. As always, for the most current information, visit mynevadacounty.com/coronavirus. Nevada County Public Health Officer Dr. Ken Cutler has modified Nevada County's local stay-at-home order to further clarify and allow outdoor recreational activities that can be enjoyed safely and with precautions in place. In a statement, Dr. Cutler said, "Because of the actions taken by everyone, we have for now successfully avoided a crisis-like situation that has occurred in other places like New York and Italy. Recognizing that the stay-at-home order has been challenging, and with spring weather upon us, many wish to be outside for their physical and mental health. With that health and wellness lens, we've amended Nevada County's stay-at-home order to allow for outdoor recreational activities that can be enjoyed in a way that reduces the risk for disease transmission. The amended order includes specific instructions for outdoor shooting/archery ranges, construction sites, and golf courses. Nevada County Public Health continues to ask everyone to consider how you can adapt your environment, change your practices, and protect yourself from becoming ill. It is recognized that most people are still susceptible to COVID-19 infection. The virus is still actively circulating, and illness can be severe. So caution and adherence to physical distancing is still very much needed. As a community, we've made terrific gains against COVID-19, and with your help and continued cooperation, we'll maintain them." More and more of us are wearing masks or cloth face coverings to keep ourselves safe when we go out. People with glasses, however, have a unique challenge the rest of us don't face. How do you keep your glasses from fogging up? Well, we have a few tips that may help. First, before wearing a face mask, wash your glasses with soapy water and shake off the excess. Then let them air dry or gently dry off the lenses with a soft tissue before putting them back on. For those with masks that don't have a metal nose piece, try folding down the top fourth of your mask before wearing it. This creates extra space for your breath to escape out of your mask before it comes into contact with your glasses. The downside is that this method reduces the size of your mask. The edges of a face mask should always fit snugly and cover all of your nose and mouth, so if folding the mask inhibits your safety, try another method. Another option is to fold a tissue into a thick rectangle and attach it to the inside of your mask, where it lies atop the bridge of your nose. This helps absorb the moisture from your breath, impeding condensation. No matter which method you try, remember that the World Health Organization says masks are effective only when they're used in combination with frequent and proper hand washing. And if you do wear a mask, you must know how to use it and dispose of it properly. And of course, follow all your local protocols and avoid leaving the house unless it's absolutely necessary. Starting this Friday, May 1st at 8 a.m., CAL FIRE will require dooryard burn permits for residential burning within Nevada, Yuba, and Placer counties. Residents may obtain a burn permit online at burnpermit.fire.ca.gov. You will need to watch the mandatory video, which reviews burning requirements and safety tips. Fill in the required fields, submit the form, and a dooryard burn permit will be created. The applicant must then print the permit. Permits are valid for the calendar year in which they are issued and must be reissued annually on or after January 1st of each year. And be sure to check myAirDistrict.com to verify it is a legal burn day before you start burning. The weather is warming up, vegetation is drying out, and fire season is just around the corner. With that in mind, I talked to Jamie Jones, Executive Director of the Fire Safe Council of Nevada County, to see what changes they've made in response to the pandemic and discussed the launch of their Green Waste program on May 17th. Today I'm joined by Jamie Jones, Executive Director of the Fire Safe Council of Nevada County. How are you doing today, Jamie?
I'm great, Cole. How are you?
Doing good. So it's starting to warm up a bit and seems like fire season is just around the corner, but this year we've got a pandemic to deal with. How is your organization preparing and dealing for the upcoming season?
We're doing okay. We've been deemed one of the essential services for fire mitigation activities, so we're still functioning. Some of our programs have been dialed back in order to protect our volunteers and our staff, but for the most part, our larger programs that deal with defensible space chipping or defensible space clearing projects and things of that nature are all still active, because I think we all know that despite COVID-19, we are still going to hit a fire season here shortly, and we have to, the show must go on, the work must happen. So we're still preparing.
Exactly, right. So you mentioned a couple of your programs. What other ones are still happening at this point, and have you had to make changes to actually make them functional?
Yeah, so currently right now our project, the Ponderosa West Grass Valley Defense Zone, is still happening. That project has not stopped. Our shipping program is still running, and we're just making sure that we're instituting all of the recommendations from public health and CDC to protect our staff and the public, which, masks, social distancing, all of those recommendations. And then our programs that aren't happening right now would be our defensible space advisory visits, and we're looking into ways that we could still make those happen in light of all of this going on and protect our volunteers. But it's kind of necessary work. They go hand in hand with our other programs, and so we want to make sure that we're still offering that to the public.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great program, and I know I just signed up for it a little bit ago and got the message that you weren't doing it for now. So I was a little disappointed, but I understand. I mean, obviously, you've got to keep your volunteers safe. That's first priority.
Right.
So, what about the green waste program? What's going on with that?
So that's been the bulk load of our work right now. We've been preparing for our annual green waste event. Over the last few years, it's gotten larger and larger, and this year will be the same. We initially planned for a 3-week engagement of 3 days, a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for people to drop at 3 locations. And then we have some different parameters going on, which I'll get into details in a minute. But we were planning for the 3 weeks, and coming up next week, we should have a final decision. But we think we've engaged some additional partners and collaborators that we can extend that program to 6 weeks.
Wow.
So mid-May through the end of June, which I think will be beneficial to the community. I know a lot of people are home right now doing those projects and they need a place to take that green waste. And so we're hoping that, that'll give them the ability to do or continue to do those projects and get rid of it, because we all know, I think, that green waste disposal is a costly venture, and we're happy to offer those programs to the community at no charge.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I know myself, I've got piles and piles of pine needles raked up all over my yard right now with nowhere to take them. So looking forward to that. When does that start?
So our first weekend will be May 17th, and it'll run consecutive through the end of June. Every weekend we'll have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And so, as I said, those last 3 weekends, we're hoping to solidify those dates, but we are planning as if they will be approved next week. And so what we'll do is we'll collect the green waste Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at the 3 locations, and then midweek we'll grind it up. And this year we're offering a new feature because it is so costly to haul it out of the county. On Fridays and Saturdays, we'll be having residents who are interested to come pick up free chip pickup. So we're going to have the material ground down in chips, and then we'll give it back to the community to be used in its smaller, finer form for things like erosion control and soil retention. And then we're just asking that the community don't use those within the 30-foot zone of their defensible space zone. But there's a lot of great uses for that ground up material, and so we're going to offer them to those folks that are interested. And as I said, that'll be a 6-week program as well, we're hoping.
Okay, gotcha. Very cool. So do you have any tips for anybody else out there that is trying to get ready for fire season and get prepared? Do you have some advice for them?
I do. It's the perfect time of year. I think everything, we've had some really great weather, which also may be indicative of an early fire season. So now's the time to kind of not let off the gas, continue the clearing. And then if you have those piles already started, I think between the messaging from, the landfill or waste management is that we want to kind of dial back the visits to that facility right now. So we're asking people to, hold on to those piles and then bring them to the green waste event. That's, part of our collaboration with County of Nevada OES department and their facilities manager with waste management. We want to make sure that we're giving options for the community so they can continue those projects. So, at the risk of saying stockpile it, go ahead and do those projects because you're going to have a place to take it here in a few weeks and we'll be ready and willing to accept it. We are asking people, though, that we try to, mitigate the invasive species out of those piles. So if you have things like blackberry vines or Scotch broom or poison oak that, may not necessarily want to be things that we, regerminate back into the soil, that you hold on to those and separate them out and take them to the green waste using one of the amnesty days out at the transfer station.
Okay.
And, so that they're not ground down into that material that we put back into the community. Because I think ultimately, we all battle those species like Scotch broom and blackberries and whatnot. They've become kind of difficult to get rid of. So we are going to be watching for those and we'll just be, separating them out as we go. But we just want everyone to keep continuing the work. It's prime time right now for everyone to be home and to kind of get to the things that they haven't been able to get to. So, for the most of us anyway, I think there's a little bit of more time.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So is there anything else important that you'd like to add that I haven't asked you about yet?
Oh, goodness. Are we still talking green waste?
Well, we can talk anything about any of your programs. I know you've got a whole bunch of them going on. So.
Yeah, so we're encouraging people right now to still do the work. You can use our chipping program if you're not interested in or have a need for the green waste program. If you want to go ahead and stack your piles, you can find all of our submission forms online at www.rufiresafe.com. You can fill out our chipping request form there, and we are still chipping. We have several trucks out in the community right now to keep up with demand. And so if you're hesitant about putting that stuff on the ground and holding over to green waste, you can use the chipping program. And then additionally, don't hold back, continue to ask for the GSAV visits because our volunteers are anxious and ready to go as soon as they get the green light. And as I said, we're looking at some different options, which may include, virtual walkthroughs of people's properties.
Okay.
So we want to continue to get that messaging out. It's the perfect time of year and get people the head start on the fire season.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to join me today.
I do have one more thing, Cole.
Sure, absolutely.
This program is always, it's super beneficial for the community, but we do rely a lot on volunteers. So we are asking that if anyone is interested in participating in the event and helping us, direct traffic, collect information, we have worked out a contactless program this year so that, our volunteers will be wearing masks. They won't be violating social distancing. And so they can reach out to either our website where the green waste page is, and they can click on the volunteer opportunities there. Or if they want to go to the 211 connecting point or volunteer hub on the county site, all of our volunteer opportunities are listed on that site as well. And we will have a few volunteer trainings that will cover, what we really need, but also we really want to make sure that our volunteers are protected in that capacity. Even though we're running a contactless site, we want to make sure that we're, following the public health recommendations for them as well. So we're always happy to have more people help, and it does take a small army to pull off events like this. So
definitely.
Yeah, so we're interested in starting to kind of find those volunteers that are willing to get out and help us collect that green waste this year.
Okay, great. Well, I hope everybody that has time and will get out there and sign up because we certainly need them.
Perfect.
Well, thank you for joining me today.
All right, thank you, Cole.
All right, thanks, Jamie. And again, be sure to visit their website, rufiresafe.com, to get all the information about their programs or to sign up to volunteer. We'll leave you today with a time lapse we took during the making of this show. We'll give you an idea of the work that goes on behind the scenes to make this program happen. Enjoy. And remember, stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time.